Oh, so cursed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Blvd.
Oh, so cursed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Blvd. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the world. I'm your host, PK, of the Blvd Bullies, and I'm joined by Brian, Bad Take Brian, maybe the former merch lord, because we got a new supply chain. And you know that boat that got stuck in that canal? Well, all of Pro Wrestling's t-shirts were on that boat. So we had to fucking get a boat that drove around that thing, and we got one.
It's very exciting.
And also, joining us as well, legendary leather jacket Sean. Sean, I feel like your jacket and your whole getup is very loud. And
I hear it.
Yeah, and we literally can hear it.
Listen. We're transforming day by day here on Blvd Bullies, so why not?
It's
why
about
not
change. The show's about change. Show's about change. It's about growth. Raise your mugs in the air. Yo, dude, what a great run we're on right now. We just re-released all 3 horror wrestling tees on Big Cartel, and the response has been, you know what? As expected. 4 years running. Y'all came through. International shipping now available. And you know what? I'm feeling so froggy that we are now breaking free and we're starting our own enterprise. I put a special edition just because on the Instagram post, I saw a comment that was like, oh, that Sabu thing is awesome. So I was like, oh, you know what? Boom. Sabu by himself, long sleeve shirt. And you know what? Maybe I might fuck around and do a tote.
Why not?
We might fuck around and do a tote. We have to learn about how to graphically design for embroidery. Because we could get embroidery now. Let's just say I got a promotion. You know what I'm saying? So those things are flying off.
Ship anything.
Flying off the. You thought somebody was hiding a bag of chips off screen. What's up, Logan? What's up? I got Character Productions. I hope you. Did we ship those figures to he?
They are boxed. They're ready to go. Ringside has been very sick. I'm on the halls. They're going out tomorrow.
Drink your cayenne pepper and ginger.
I did, and that's why I'm sitting here with you guys with this leather jacket on, as hot as the cayenne.
You better spray down. You better Lysol that shit before you send it.
No, everything's in the box already. Everything's shipped, boxed. I have to drop it off.
All right, so you're gonna get Sean's.
What sucks, dude, is that I didn't notice that my postage is still in New York City, so I can't just drop it off in the post office here in Jersey.
Oh Jesus!
So yeah, it'll be out tomorrow, and you'll be getting it before Friday. So. Listen, there's other things we got to talk about today. Other giveaways.
You're gonna be getting Sean's monkeypox in the mail.
In
about a week. So don't even worry about. Why do you think he's wearing the leather jacket? He's got to cover up those arms. He's all monkeypoxed up. He's all poxed the f out right now. Leather jacket, Sean. Tell us about this fucking giveaway, this raffle here. Let's go,
ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you've been following. I don't know if you've been watching, listening, hearing, but today, ladies and gentlemen, this super chat. We'll get you, right, a $5 entry into our super chat. We'll get you into the raffle that will be put up next week in our live studio show. So we'll find out the winner next week, Pat.
Yes.
But everybody today who donates $5 into that super chat gets you an entry into that raffle. So the more $5 you give, the more entries you get. The more madness you may come home with.
Yeah.
So
pretty dope.
You know?
Pretty good.
So if someone gives $15, they get 3 spots on the the chances. Right.
You know what? We're not doing limits. You could put as many as you want in. Get the macho. And listen, like I said before, this is one that was taken out of Target shelves because it has like a Slim Jim logo on the top. They used the wrong box images, so this is one that's going to be hard to find later on. I still got the little product sticky thing on there too. So
don't smack it.
Don't flick it. Don't
flick
it.
No. Why? Why? I got
leather
more.
Jacket Sean is crazy. He's got more. So basically, I think here, $5 in the super chat, and then I think probably what I'll do is during the week, I'll open it up to maybe online raffle spots as well. $5 plus tax though, because it's going to be on the Big Cartel.
Can't charge people tax for a raffle.
Well, then I don't know what we're going to do then.
Listen, hit us up on Twitter, Instagram.
$5 could get you this Macho Man at this point.
That's the crazy thing. And it's not a $20 macho, not a $25 macho. This is a $32.49 macho.
$32.49 macho.
All right.
By the way, yeah, absolutely loving the new merch setup, the new printing company that we're working with. is incredible. We can keep the shirts moderately priced. We can put shit on anything. They're just like dope. Some huge fucking warehouse in China that's just ready to put Blvd Bullies logos on every single thing in the world. So
they watch. They know. They care.
Friends of the Bullies. Friends of the Bullies. Give it up. Give it up.
China.
So Outlaw is on Thursday, which I didn't even realize.
Queens Brewery, baby.
And that's the birth of Leather Jacket Sean. That's where Leather Jacket Sean made his debut in that Outlaw Wrestling promo. Follow Outlaw Wrestling if you want to hear more of Sean's jacket. Next week we're in the studio, and we've all said
Halloween.
We're gonna wear costumes. It's gonna be our Halloween spectacular.
Did you guys get the costumes yet?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm prepared.
You're prepared. I'm having trouble.
I'm splitting between two. I'll figure it out in between then. So I'm ready though.
Just do a mashup. Just do a mashup.
It was gonna be a mashup. I can't wait to see yours though.
I mean, I have an idea about mine. But the thing is, much like all of my ideas, I need to include trademarked images and logos and the things that I need to buy. It's like if you want a McDonald's visor, you got to go work at fucking McDonald's.
Right.
So it's
you could order a McDonald's visor.
So the question is, do I just wear like the color visor and go like America's Choice? Not saying there's a visor. Okay, there's a visor in my costume.
Now you can't give it away. Now it's supposed
I'm
to be
give it away.
Costumes.
Well, I don't even know if I'm going to pull it off.
You like the mask when he was doing taxes, right? And he had that green visor with the lamp.
Ooh, I like those visors. No, not like that. But anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. But it involves, I would trim years worth of facial hair. Facial hair.
It is social hair. It's
because it covers my face, so I don't have to be social. But
you're gonna make a new face for your costume.
Yeah, I would maybe incorporate a mustache.
Just a mustache?
Yeah,
dude?
I would just go mustache because I have like 3 days of Halloween things.
Dude, that would be legendary.
So I think I might do mustache.
But you can't see. But I'm tight that you even said anything about it, and that you didn't just like show up with a mustache.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to. I might just put on my tutu and my combat boots and be Ace Ventura from the mental institution. That's my easy go-to costume.
Yeah, but you'd have to shave your beard completely then.
No, I wouldn't do that. And
you need a broken box too.
I think maybe we should get like a slop bucket like the Godwins used to have and do like apple bobbing.
That's so funny.
The Godwins. Remember when
we're gonna make a big huge mess in the studio though.
That's true.
It's okay.
It's not a good idea.
It's okay.
Maybe
last studio show ever.
Maybe what we'll do is something along those lines. But anyway, long story short, $5 raffle tickets to win the Macho Madness with the Slim Jim Aura.
Yeah.
So if you want to get in on that, we're gonna draw it live next week in studio. Hopefully Steve's coming. I think Steve is going to be dressing up as well. Do we have any ideas for guests?
Well,
Slime balls? Didn't you say Mittens wanted to come?
Mittens, the Mets are out. He said as long as the Mets are out, he's in. So
well, he's out. They're out.
I saw on Instagram he's going to like fucking hockey games now.
Oh, geez.
Which I refuse to bet on. I refuse to bet on hockey games.
The guy, how's your championship gambling going, Pat?
Oh, dude. Okay, so first of all, fuck the NFL, dude. Okay, it's like, oh, okay. Now you know what it is. You know what you're seeing? The old guard. The guys, the brands that you rely on, like Packers, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, these teams, these names that you're just so used to doing great, they suck now. They fucking suck now. So I pulled out one bet for I won $26 on one bet, and that saved my entire weekend. So we are still in the green as far as championship gambling goes.
Let's go.
But oh boy,
that matters.
My fantasy football team is not in good shape either. So that's a whole different story.
It happens.
So the studio is going to be great. We all are going to have costumes. It's going to be awesome. You know what I saw? I watched Terrifier 1. You hear about this? Terrifier 2? It's a whole
It's the whole thing. People are getting barf bags and people are passing out in the theaters and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I don't think that's the case. But I watched Terrifier 1. Awesome movie. Highly recommended.
I've seen one.
You've seen it?
I've seen one, yeah.
I went to the movies to see one.
Oh, really? Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you, dude.
I know a good horror movie when I see it, and that face is not a face you do not forget, man. Tell you that
I thought
much.
He was fun. I thought he was like kind of cute. His mannerisms are kind
of It's a humorous horror.
He's scary as fuck, dude. He's scary as fuck.
Yeah,
I can't stand it. He creeps me out, man.
Yo, what's up, Alex? Now that you said Blvd Bullies betting tips of the week, guess what? I'm opening up DraftKings right now.
Yo, listen.
Which we're hoping to be affiliated with one day, you know? Maybe we'll get maybe we could be the stewards of wrestling gambling.
Gambling. The gambling that has nothing to do with wrestling, but we have everything to do with the wrestling, as my Lottinger just spits right out of my mouth.
See, it's a lot of
put it back in.
Here you go. Here's my Blvd Bullies boost of the week.
I like that.
Right now on DraftKings, Kevin Durant, because NBA, this is an NBA special. This is an NBA PK 5-star special. NBA opens up tonight. I guess the
Sixers and the Celtics.
The Brooklyn Nets play tomorrow, so it's a local bet. Right now on DraftKings, Kevin Durant to score 20 points was minus 1,000. So that's literally bet $1 to win 10 cents, right? But it's been boosted to plus 100.
So it's likely he probably won't be playing tomorrow.
Yo, you think he's just gonna sit out?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yo, you know what? Actually, last night for Monday Night Football, they had another one. It was Justin Herbert to throw one passing touchdown. Normally minus 800. So that's like, once again, bet $1 to win 20 cents or whatever.
Right.
Boosted to plus 100. I was like, I'm all over this. Didn't throw for a touchdown.
Dude,
they knew. They somehow knew. He wasn't even hurt. They just somehow fucking knew. Dude, gambling is the worst. But I feel like we have a future in wrestling gambling.
We do.
What else I got going on? What else you guys got going on? Did you guys see the Halloween thing, the Halloween movie?
I did.
You did? Tell me about it, because you know it's been getting completely shit on.
Well, listen, I'm a big fan of Halloween franchise.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to watch it anyway.
Mustafa Akkad had a very well-put story when he thought of Michael Myers.
Hold on, stop everything. Shut up, Sean. Nobody cares. We got a super chat. We got a $5 super chat.
What the fuck?
I Got Character Productions actually has a question this time. Shout out. Good job with the question.
Thank you, Character Productions.
With all these WWE returns happening lately, do you think people are going to get tired like they did with AEW? Sean, you first.
No, I don't think they're going to get tired. I think it is more for everyone to watch, meaning there's always going to be something for a different person out there, because not everybody's going to want to watch WWE. Some people are super into wrestling like the AEW guys are. I'm really not into it like that. I enjoy jumping in and out. So, yes, I think eventually, possibly, but right now, no. What do you think, Bri?
I think people already have started falling off of AEW, and they've been losing ticket sales, and they've been losing shit. So I think it's not doing too good. It's been focusing too much on the Ring of Honor shit. It's focusing too much on the niche crowd, and that's all they're getting.
Well, it's funny. They actually announced today that they're doing another Ring of Honor pay-per-view before the year ends. So probably the Dishonor.
It's all Ring of Honor, dude. We're basically watching all Elite Ring of Honor.
Well, I think you're watching Tony
Ring of Honor.
Khan. I think you're watching Tony Khan desperately try to get a Ring of Honor streaming show picked up.
Right. So you think once a streaming show picks up, they'll do it less on Dynamite?
I just feel like it seems a lot easier to get a streaming show than I feel like if you're like, hey, hi, how are you? I run this other thing that's on real TV. Could I get a secondary streaming show? They'd be like, oh, yeah, sure. Great. You know? So I don't know. I don't know why he's trying. I think that's the thing, though. He's trying real hard for there to be a Ring of Honor show somewhere.
Yeah, listen. I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't focus on it. I'd focus on getting back on TV in Latin America. As Latin America, as we know, has a lot of wrestling. They just had Triple Mania 30. You know what I'm saying? So focus on getting your TV back on in Latin America before you focus on a brand that had just went defunct. You know, that's what I say on that.
How about this? Three-player parlay. LeBron James, Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, all to score 20-plus points, plus 100. So 50 cents makes you a quick buck. That's easy money. Take my money.
50 cents for a buck is a good deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I really am very highly confused by the state of wrestling. And AEW's show had highs and had lows. The end was really fucking weird. T's and P's to Hangman Adam Page. We'll get into that later. But I guess my answer to that question is, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're bringing back the right guys because Dexter Lumis to me is not it. Dexter Lumis is not it. You know, let's talk about this real quick. Brian, I've been highly critical of Bray Wyatt.
My boy.
I've been highly critical. But I got to say that on Friday, he got me. He got me.
Was it heartfelt?
Yo, not only did it get me in the emotions, but then he fucking swerved me, dude. Fucking swerved me. I think he still does suffer from the same thing that MJF does suffer from, which is a tad bit of overacting. But I think that's just more on me and the way I'm now perceiving wrestling as an older guy. You know, I think even my favorites back in the day were overacting and I just didn't realize it.
Right.
I was underviewing.
The curtain still wasn't drawn back for you yet. Now, being that the curtain's been drawn, you know, it's like, okay, now I see what you're doing is not really
it's
the
harder. Dude,
yeah.
It's so much harder to be a wrestler now. I mean, it's easier because everyone can just be one, but it's like harder to be like the best.
It's harder to be everything now, dude.
Yep.
Right.
You know, and you know, talk about AEW fucking attendance. WWE's not that much better either. You know, it's and I think things are down like across the board. You know, I think
Deathmatch wrestling is doing pretty well though.
Yeah,
as far
but
as,
I mean,
like crowds.
Maybe. Are you hyped for this ICW Australia thing?
I've been watching like fucking clips from it. It looks fucking so sick.
Are you gonna be like locked in this weekend when it drops?
For sure. That's all IWTV, right?
For sure. Yep.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Well, don't watch the cast match. And also, I realize I'm wearing a cast shirt, but I would not.
Dude, I love that cast shirt.
I would not encourage anybody to take part in any kind of thing that involves consuming cast in any way. Except if you have an old shirt lying around. You know, that's all right. That's all right. What else did I want to say?
Even GCW just did the shit with in Mexico, right?
Yeah, that was wild.
Insane too.
I definitely want to take a trip for a show out there.
Dude, that looked. They had the exploding barbed wire match. That looked absolutely out of control.
It looked like it was in a circus ring. I'll be honest. Did you see like the setup? It looked like medieval times. Like the seats were all like pushed up. There was no ringside seats, and everything was just like clear of the barbed wire.
It was sick though. It looked awesome.
Yeah, I definitely want to take a trip out to Mexico for a Triple Mania, you know what I'm saying? And just take it all in because seeing
What's that guy's name? What's that guy's name that was on the
Vikingo?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that not to be confused with Viking.
Vikingo.
Yeah, this is Vikingo. Vikingo,
papi. I can go really good, okay?
Vikingo is the guy whose only move is taking off his shoes and missing a double stomp with the guy lying on thumbtacks. It's his only offensive maneuver that I've witnessed. Yo, if you're just joining us, what's up? Welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World special edition post AEW. We're going to get into all the goings on of AEW. We've all written notes. Have we written notes?
Nope.
We only wrote notes the one time.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'm the guy because, you know, I forget. I forget a lot.
Hello.
So, I wrote notes.
So you're going to lead us.
So today we're doing a raffle. So Super Chat $5 puts you in the running to win the Macho Madness figure. Show that Macho Madness, please.
Such a dope figure, man.
So cool. And he's got the alternate jail shirt, which is dope.
Oh, yeah. That's freaking sick, dude.
So $5 gets you entered into the raffle. We're going to let the raffle commence next week. at 7 p.m., our normally scheduled time, when we are in studio. And for those of you who hang out on Twitch and watch the Toxic Tweet Along, that's going to be back next week. So follow. And by the way, seriously, I hate to do it, but I'm going to do it. Brian, Sean, are you ready?
Ready?
I was ready.
I'm so ashamed of myself. If you guys don't mind, since you're here all the time, just hit the thumbs up and comments your favorite quote. I like to hear the quotes. Seeing somebody who watches the video the next day and quotes something funny about it, it warms my heart and it helps us out. So if you
wow, you guys care. You listened.
I was so I walked to 7-Eleven before when we were getting ready for the show, get beers and stuff. And there was this guy outside of 7-Eleven. He was a young guy. He wasn't a vagabond. He wasn't a derelict.
An old man?
He was a normal dude, normal kid.
Working man.
And he was a kind of a big guy, and he was like, "Yo, what's up, dude?" And I was like, "Oh fuck."
Friendly guy.
What's up? I was watching AEW as I walked. I was watching my AEW. So I forgot my headphones, so I just had the sound on. I'm just watching and walking. Hey man, what's up? And I was crossing the street too. So I went there. I started veering this way. I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck? I was like, what's up? I guess he was drunk or something. He's like, nothing, man. And I was like, oh, okay. So I walked in, walked out. And he was like, oh man, just so stressed out. I'm just so goddamn stressed out, man. And I got work tomorrow, and I said what's up to you before because you just seem like a nice guy that I want to talk to.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, oh man, well, thanks. I appreciate it. And hey, man, whatever it is, just keep your head up, man. All right, see you later. I'm not getting. He's like, you just look like the type of guy who would talk to me for 5 minutes. And I was like, yeah, man. Thank you, man. You keep your head up. I'm gonna get the fuck. So I left, right? And then, dude, the most crucial thing happened. I forgot something. I forgot to get something. So I had to U-turn. So I go back.
Yeah.
And he wasn't outside. Because I turned the corner, I turned it back.
Shit.
And so he's not there. And I was like, oh, thank fucking God. I don't want to get into another thing.
In the clear.
So, get what I need to get. And then I'm at the counter paying. Lo and behold, who walks in? The guy.
Yo!
He forgot something
and
too.
he comes up to the 7-Eleven guy, and he's like, hey, give this guy a discount because he's a nice guy. He could have told me to shut up, but he said hey, man, hang in there. So this guy's a nice guy. And I was like, thanks, man. And I gave him bones, and I was like, hey, just comes and goes, you'll be all right, man. And he's like, thanks, man. I'm just so stressed out. And I was like, dude. And I was like, and I turned around and I'm like, yo, dude, is it work or is it other people? And he goes, it's work.
So now you're in it. You're like,
because I had a plan, dude. I was like, is it work or is it other people? I thought about this in the moment too.
Yeah.
This is not a premeditated thing. Anyway, I was like, is it work or is it people? He goes, it's work. And I was like, well, hey, man, late night, come home. Work sucks.
Work sucks.
I know.
I know. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I was going to say, and I even said, I was like, hey, Blink-182 said it best, man. Late night, come home, work sucks. I know. And I left, right? But if he had said people, I would have said, hey, Slipknot said it best. People equal shit.
Right.
So I had a double
smart.
thing, yeah.
Smart setup.
Oh, good for him. He had you to come by.
It's because Blink-182's been in the news, so I usually say hey, Slipknot said his best. People equals shit.
Did you just blow? You just blew his mind and walked out, or did he respond?
He was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
he's like a drunk guy. I think he was like a drunk guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was probably shocked that you said that.
Yo, Sean, one more thing before we get into the AEW review, and thank you everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Sorry to have to ask you. But also, tell me about this card shit. What's going on with these card things?
Oh, thank you for asking, Pat. I am working with the Pro Wrestling Junkies, a up-and-coming card group where our first rookie of the year were Billy Starks along with Nick Wayne. We had positive signings. We had crazy numbers with the sales. And now we took on the one, the incomparable Effie. So Effie's cards are for sale right now. His base card is actually sold out. You can actually pick up an autograph card for Effie at pwjcards.com, and that comes with an autograph. Also, check Effie out on Twitch every Monday. Gotta love the Effie.
Love the Effie. Dalton Castle's like Effie who eats at Golden Corral.
Dude, the boys literally look like something out of Crash Bandicoot.
Dude, they're
They were
wild.
funny as fuck. It was so funny. They were with the fans. It's all so funny. It's all very funny.
Oh yeah.
So you guys want to review this? You want me to run you through and get these opinions? Baby. And by the way, $5 super chat gets you entered into the Macho Madness raffle. So if you want to redirect the conversation, or if you have any type of fucking question about AEW, or anything that you want us to talk about, we'll talk about anything other than Tournament of Death, which are now completely blacklisted.
We're blacklisted from Hop Things.
Yeah. No longer a friend of the Bullies. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. So it started off with the Trios titles match, and I got to tell you, I thought that this match was going to be more deep and have more meaning and have more storyline behind it than it did, but it didn't. It was the best friends, Orange Cassidy, Trent, and fucking, what the hell is the guy's name? Chuck Taylor.
And the book bag.
With the book bag, which we'll get to in a minute. With, against the Lucha Bros and Pac. Death Triangle.
Yep.
And I thought for a second, because Orange Cassidy had just taken the North American title off of Pac, I thought that they were maybe going to do a thing where Pac is just so angry at Orange that he somehow cost him the match. Now, Orange is the double title.
Loses
and that drives Pac crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't do that. It was just a regular match. The Jansport. Orange Cassidy used to come out with the Jansport, but now that he's got a title, he comes out with it. And the stupidest comment possibly of the night was like, and Orange Cassidy wearing the book bag to the ring with that title in it because he hates carrying things.
So he carries the book bag with something else in it.
And I think
so two things he's carrying.
If you go back and watch it, I think he said Orange Cassidy carrying the book bag to the ring because he hates carrying things. It made me sick. It made me at least want to fucking write this down. Pork Chop Express said, don't sleep on the Jets. Yo, I had Jets +7, dude. Let's go. I had Jets +7. Anyway, so about this trios match, what do you guys think? Sean?
I saw the hammer spot. Did you guys see the hammer spot where Pac tried to grab a hammer and just end Orange's life?
What, like the ring bell hammer?
Yeah, that's his thing now. He grabs the ring bell hammer and he shillelaghs them in a way. Mm-hmm. So Ray Phoenix stopped him. He's like, "Papi, what are you doing? Don't do that, Papi. We don't need to do that."
Yeah.
He told him in Spanish, so he grabbed it from him, and that almost led to them losing the match, but it didn't. But I seen a little page turn there, and I seen Death Triangle just becoming a triangle.
What do you mean?
Well, I see Pac eventually fading away from them, and just
why aren't they into death?
They would just be a straight. They would just be a straight line. They would no longer be a triangle.
Why didn't they want Pac to murder him with a hammer? Because they're just a triangle now. They're not Death Triangle.
They're not Death Triangle. There's no death in the triangle anymore. Did you get it?
They're like happy triangle.
Yeah, and I thought that having this little nook of storyline would have made a lot of sense. Listen, you like long-term storytelling, that's fine. Sometimes long-term storytelling becomes long storytelling. And sometimes you can just pop something off real quick, no problem. Because at this point, all these guys have wrestled each other a million times. So if you're going to have them fight, the Trios title is fucking dead. It's dead. Nobody cares about the Trios title. It was like the big thing. The fucking media scrum fucked it all up. So now those Trios titles are fucking dead. But the fact that you had...
many.
Well, we'll get to that too. Everybody comes out wearing a fucking strap, dude. Whether it's Ring of Honor or whatever. Dalton Castle came out wearing the Ring of Honor Trios title. I said, I didn't even know that was still even a thing.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, what's going on, bro?
Oh my God. Anyway.
It's a thing.
It was absolutely goddamn ridiculous.
We need belts.
I've seen their matches a million times. I don't care. I tried to care, but the title match had no juice. It's Title Tuesday. 4 titles on the line. But at the Grand Slam, there were 4 titles on the line then. And then you have Rampage Battle of the Belts Friday. It's like,
Battle of the Belts is the dumbest. They're all the
here.
dumbest shows.
Too many belts.
No, I'm not even trying to be a stickler like, oh, you're desensitizing. You are desensitizing. You're diminishing, desensitizing, devaluing, all the other Ds. All the other Ds. Brian, what do you think?
So many Ds. I give him like a D minus.
Mm.
But I honestly think that Death Triangle is actually really awesome. Lucha Bros are fucking sick.
That was the first group text. Sean said, "Brian, I know you love that entrance."
Dude, they're so dope. Dude, how sick are the Lucha Brothers, dude? Penta is like insane with his fucking Joker fucking shit.
I want to see them work separately, bro. I'm tired of seeing them just like they're always, listen, man. If you watch their work outside of AEW, you see what they're capable of. Penta was like
He just had that insane match.
Yeah, dude, like
mask versus mask match.
Get them in AEW doing those matches, and I guarantee people are gonna be like, you know what? I don't need them as a tag team. I'd rather see them chasing a title by themselves.
Penta to me is like Shinsuke Nakamura in WWE. Like when I first saw Shinsuke and when I first saw Penta doing the single stuff at like Lucha Underground, both those guys, I was like, yo, these guys are foreign exotic murderers that I love.
Wow,
charismatic, weird men from other lands that will just come murder you. Now I don't think that is basically where I'm landing there.
It happens.
Penta as a single is great. Give me a Lucha Bros feud. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, they did come all out of the separate tubes.
They were doing the thing with what was their names? Proud and Powerful.
With Santana.
Oh, those guys are so far gone.
Yeah, what even happened to them?
I think they retired from wrestling.
Santana tore his ACL at the War Games match. Ortiz is doing dark matches. The last I really remember, he was tagging with Ruby Soho, but she's another one that's just made it to YouTube as well. So I hope to see those guys back in the fold really soon.
YouTube, great medium. Everybody check it out. YouTube.com. Great place to watch stuff. Sheeta versus Tony Storm. Was it a title match or was it an eliminator match?
It was for the interim. It was for the interim belt. Tony Storm is the champion.
This is when I was walking to 7-Eleven, so you guys have to walk me through this match.
It's terrible. It was like a sloppy mess. That's what I saw. It was just like a botch after botch to watch.
I started paying attention when Jamie Hayter came out. I'll be honest.
Wow.
It's the same thing all the time.
I went. I blinked maybe 4 times. Right?
I think if that's what you were gonna do, you should have been watching Rhea Ripley on NXT, maybe.
You know what? I haven't really watched. I said this to you before. I haven't watched NXT. I went to NXT last Christmas. I went to go see some family in Orlando, and I was like, you know what? I hit some people, and I got some tickets for NXT. That was the very last time I saw NXT. Now that they're back to the black and gold, I think I'm gonna make it a weekly thing to start watching NXT again.
Because you can't watch it live because we're gonna be midstream.
Who says we can't watch it together?
That's true.
Well, it's on the back right here. Who knows? Listen, if they got guys like Kevin Owens popping up, if they got girls like Rhea Ripley going down there, you know what I'm saying? I want to see that. There's a lot of talent down there that has not been on the main roster or touched the main roster soil yet and has not really gotten the chance to intermingle with those superstars like Kevin Owens. You know what I'm saying? So give me a Braun Breaker versus a Kevin Owens. I'll watch that.
Dude, I'd watch the fuck out of that.
Why not? Why the hell not? You know what I'm saying? I'm a
big fan
of
versus Rollins, dude.
Yeah, listen. Last week at Raw for main event, they had a bunch of the NXT guys come up. The guy that looks like a cross between Edge and Khali faced R-Truth. Carmelo Hayes went up against Cedric Alexander. So we're starting to see these guys come into the fold.
I forgot about Cedric Alexander.
It's a new dawn. It's a new age in WWE with this whole new Triple H, way of life, as they say it in WWE. So I'm liking the way they're moving towards where they were supposed to go before they got derailed and went the 2.0 way. So let's give it another try.
Brian, you're gonna have to keep talking because I'm looking for the lyrics to Tony Storm's theme music right now.
Pork Chop Express says NXT was great tonight, like Tony the Tiger.
Do you think that they put all those WWE
Halloween
guys?
Havoc, right?
Yeah, it was Havoc.
Do you think they did that on purpose to try to fuck with AEW?
I think so. I think this was listen, I'm letting you know who's dominant right now, and don't try and test us. Just because you signed Jericho for 3 more years means absolutely nothing. You signed Jericho for 3 and you re-signed Moxley for 5 as a coach. You could go do that, but guess what? We're WWE and we're a monster. That's the way I took that.
What was the relevance of AEW happening tonight? Is there a sporting event tomorrow?
I think being that the NBA
it's
season
like baseball and NBA, yeah.
A lot of playoff season starting. This is the time of year where it's just sports everywhere. NHL just kicked back up. NBA starting tonight. NFL is in its 5th, 6th week now. Baseball's into the postseason. Well, we just finished the postseason. We're going to the ALCS, NLCS. So it's just sports everywhere, and that brings us back to Pat's championship gambling.
It's all about championship gambling.
That's it,
Hold on.
baby.
What happened after the interim women's match? Do you remember, Sean?
God, would it kill somebody to upload these Tony Storm lyrics just somewhere so I can read them?
It sounds like that '80s song with I can't remember. Barracuda. It sounds like Barracuda, dude.
Barracuda.
Doesn't it?
It does.
It's a weird version of it.
Let's see. Hold on.
I'm fucking getting involved in this.
Listen, if
I'm
you're
gonna
just
read
joining
you these
us
lyrics
in the chat, thank you for being here. Blvd Bullies versus the World, Aew Dynamite, Tuesday special. Next week, the Toxic Tweet Along will be back with the man right there, PK. Merch Lord's here, Ringside's here. We also got some cool merch, if you haven't seen. All the Fears of Death Seas have dropped. Right, Brian? What about those? Can you talk to us about those? Where can we find those?
They're on the Big Cartel. All 3 of them, the trilogy.
Do you have any?
I have all 3. I have 1 as a long sleeve, and I have 2 and 3 as T-shirts.
Listen, I think that if you haven't picked up a shirt yet, I think that's just what you should do right now. I just put the link right there in the chat. Go double click that, copy and paste it, go buy a shirt, and when you do, tag us with your shirt. Character Productions, he had a shirt the other day that he won from you, Brian. Do you remember that?
The GCW the LA Fight shirt.
Got it.
Hell yeah.
Got the lyrics.
Oh, you got the lyrics?
You want to hear it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present Smooth Barracuda, the Tony Storm version by PK.
I'll follow the path that leads me to my dreams. I'm taking a chance, do it just for me. Ringing out, fan the flame. Drive ahead, take the day. If you saw what I did before, watch what I do next. There's no more standing back. I'm owning it. It's my destiny.
Barracuda. That reminds me of Rock Band.
I think I kind of want you to pull up the lyrics for Bray Wyatt's new theme song.
Oh my God, so emotional. What an emotional.
Very strange. It reminded me of like Kane.
Oh, I hate him again. Just that you said that makes me hate him again. Okay, so after the Sheeta match, Britt Baker ran down, Saraya ran down, and then of course my favorite little doily Riho comes back into the fold, and
not great.
I'm just saying, that crossbody was pretty dope.
The crossbody was wild to the outside. I'll give her that.
She looks like she just graduated the 6th grade.
She reminds me of a character.
She looks like a tiny little person.
What's that movie? It's a Japanese movie where the teacher kidnaps the students.
Battle Royale?
Yeah,
Battle Royale!
She reminds me of one of the actresses in that movie.
No way, dude. The actresses in Battle Royale were badasses.
Yeah, right.
But they look young, just like her, like a school child.
Right. I guess I know what you're trying. I know what you're saying.
She's awesome, and I love her. And the only thing more ridiculous than Riho was Tony Storm's reaction, "Oh, it's real." You think fucking Terry Funk came out of a box?
Wow.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Good
okay,
memories.
so Brian, to answer your question, the thing after that was the pre-taped intro with my new favorite tag team, War Joe.
Oh,
War
God.
Joe.
I don't know if
War
it's
shit.
is it
show.
War Joe or is it Ward Joe?
No, it's
War
definitely
Joe.
War Joe. War,
It's
like
War Joe.
WAR.
How do they say War Joe with a straight face? Like after their promo, which wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but this whole thing was all jumbled up, and it was all
Ring of Honor,
complicated.
bro.
And then, you'd think you'd expect FTR, who came in after, to maybe, like, bookend it and, like, kind of drive it home. Equally as confusing. So, like, they introed it with, like, oh, the best tag team on the planet the Embassy has, like, sunk their sights. And I thought, okay, we're going to cut right to a shot of Prince Nana yelling about FTR. No.
Shout out Nana.
It was Ward Joe yelling about Gates of Agony. And then and then yelling about the other thing. So it's like Ward Joe, Gates of Agony, and then there's FTR and the Embassy, and they're all jumbled up into these two separate segments. The only thing positive I could say about this is that, hey, at least they didn't promote some kind of random shitty Rampage match.
Yeah.
Brian. Sean?
Listen, War Joe, not a fan. Like I said before, I think they're gearing up for some really big Ring of Honor pay-per-view. Why? I don't know. You got this guy, you gave him a title. That title, I feel like, is what the Intercontinental title is to the WWE. Their TNT title, right? That's like the next thing for
when's
them.
the last time you saw the TNT title anywhere near TV? Hook's just
That's what I'm saying.
He's in 1045 Oblivion with that. I mean,
It's
1045,
wild.
They're doing Rampages live now, but you know what I'm saying. Nobody watches Rampage.
No, dude, no. Nobody watches it. Again, that's why I
Slightly
think
more than the people who watch us. By the way, please like and comment, subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell a bully. Spend $5 on the super chat to redirect the conversation and enter the raffle. All right, what were you saying, Sean? I'm sorry.
I forgot, I'll be honest.
So then FTR was with Renee after the Ward Joe fucking promo, which was lame. And when everybody talks about, they're going to kill. They're going to literally kill you.
They drop the K word a lot.
Yo, and it's like totally fine until you're John Moxley and you actually kill a Hangman Adam Page, but we'll get to that in a minute. So Dak with Renee. Renee Young, awesome, love her. My favorite part of AEW right now. And Dak just stumbling and bumbling. And it's not so much stumbling like, hey, you, it's not like a shortcut. It's like they accidentally say the wrong thing in time. It's like it's full sentences of, and it's like, and you showed me a photo. And when I showed you that photo, I took who do you think I am? Me! You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just like a full sentence of like, dude, that made no sense. And when the time comes for us to fight each other, me and Dax, we're going to rise to the challenge and fight you. It's like,
let's
dude,
ride.
Yeah, let's ride. Yo, let's ride. By the way, Russell Wilson, another fucking stinker. Now, here's the question. Do I cut Russell Wilson? My fantasy football team name is Let's Ride with a picture of Russell Wilson.
I think you have to ride the year out. You already went that route.
Every single game. Every single goddamn game. Let's ride. Dude, he's worse. Ride. And then he had the torn lat. Guess what now? Pulled hamstring. But he's going to play through. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Anyway, so then Dax and Cash said that they want to become the AEW titles. They can't sleep at night. Everybody's losing sleep in AEW. Everybody's like, can't. When I look myself in the mirror, when I lay asleep at night, I can't look my kid in the eye because I'm not the AEW champion. And then Swerve and Keith Lee show up eating snacks.
God.
Just inexplicably eating snacks. Sean, do you know why they were eating snacks? Did they hear about our mukbang?
I think so.
I think CM Punk made it a thing. It was
I think
muffins.
so. Well, listen, man. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan. I think they need to break those two up immediately. I think Keith Lee needs to get out of TV. I think he needs to go.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. It's unbearable to watch.
Yo,
and then on top of that,
I hate to say it, but I would prefer the House of Black.
Yeah.
You know?
Literally.
I would prefer Brody King Brody King and Daniel Matthews or whatever.
Dude, and
Scotty
then
German Matthews.
We last week we spoke about Billy Gunn doing the millions.
Oh,
he gets on
jeez,
TV today again. He goes the millions. Waits to hear the crowd. Nobody says anything. And millions. Why?
Say it again.
Why?
So wait, Billy Gunn was on AEW tonight. I missed it.
It was during he came out with the Acclaimed.
With the Acclaimed.
It was like during their backstage thing.
Oh, so tell me about that. When did that happen? Like right around.
That was Keith Lee and Swerve's entrance, so it was cutting into their interview time. And they were basically talking about how Sterling took their rights as the scissoring stuff. And
stupid, horrible idea. Horrible fucking idea. The only thing that everybody stands on their feet for is the scissoring. You know, you saw the two guys in the front row probably paid fucking $600 to wear pink feathered boas, matching Scissor Me Daddy shirts, and we're doing that just to celebrate good things that happened during the show. Anyway, continue, Sean. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, listen, it's just a lot of no direction, and then it's like you send somebody so professional in there like Renee, where it's like she can lead a conversation.
Renee's awesome.
She can lead a conversation to where it needs to go, even when there's zero direction. She was put in a hole where it was like these guys know absolutely nothing of what they're supposed to be doing or speaking about right now.
Right.
And it was evident.
And it was several times throughout the show.
Dude, he snatched an apple out of it. Why is there an apple on set?
What was the conversation like? Hey, we're gonna walk up eating snacks.
It was like, hey, go. And then he's like, oh, okay.
What a joke. Very stupid.
It was very stupid. I didn't like it at all.
Grimace and the Hamburglar need to get off TV. Billy Gunn needs to take a step back. The Acclaim need to calm it down. Mark Sterling needs to do Mark Sterling things. Renee, don't ever put Renee with people like that again. They don't know what they're speaking about or to control themselves on camera. That was just horrible. That's just my take on it. Sorry. It just gets me heated. Like, you have such great talent, but you're not utilizing it in the proper fashion.
I definitely agree with you that Billy Gunn should step back from the Acclaim, but I think they should just keep going as hard as they possibly can.
Yeah, and it's like they're making them a trio.
Without Billy Gunn. It should be without Billy Gunn. Like, I don't understand why he's joined their ride.
I've kind of accepted Billy Gunn with them at this point, but
so strange.
I think that the huge creative mistake was taking away their right to scissor. You know?
Right to censor?
Their right to censor, because that was the most over thing on the show. And I understand, like, hey, Tony Khan, that's not a bad idea. Whoever's fucking idea it was, right? Oh, and then the lawyer character comes out and he trademarked it from right under your nose. So now you can't. And then we're going to hold back. And then when you finally do it, huge pop, right? Great. Yo, that's a good idea. That is not a bad idea. But they literally just won the tag belts 3 weeks ago. To another, like, huge pop. So, like, I'm not saying that you need to know so much about wrestling or whatever. I don't know. I'm not saying I know more. But just instinctually, all three of us, and I feel like all the viewers at home and all the fans in the stands could agree, like, hey, when you get a Grand Slam pop like that, tag title winning pop, you don't need your next storyline to be, oh, now you've had the fucking scissoring litigated away from you. Like, they should just have fought somebody and won. Like, they should end, by the way, the fact that Mark Sterling is connected to the people who they won the titles from, at least have made it a new team.
Yes.
At least move them on to a new team. If you want to do this so bad, which, by the way, it's not a bad storyline, but like the second or third defense, I think the Mark Sterling stuff is great. I think that's awesome. But their first defense coming out of Grand Slam with the Mark Sterling gimmick, which is a good idea, but it's not a good idea when he's connected for no reason to the people that you just beat for the titles.
Yep.
There should be a rematch clause and you're done. And also, Mark Sterling manages the varsity athletes, which is James fucking Woods and Tony Khan or whatever the fuck. And it's like, well, oh man, hey, we just got put together. Tony Khan just put us together. You know? Well, we don't really have anything in common. Like, what should we call ourselves? And I would guarantee you, Tony Khan was like, why don't we call ourselves the Six Pack? Because we both have 6 packs. And then Josh Woods was like, nah, I don't want to do that. Did you play any varsity sports? And then Tony Nese was like, yeah, I'm from Long Island. I played lacrosse. And then Josh Woods was like, well, I fucking played varsity whatever. And they're like, well, I know varsity athletes. And by the way, not to be confused with the varsity blondes who are also milk carton.
Well, so this was the thing. They took their names from them, so they can no longer be referred to as the varsity blondes. So now they have. I think just Sterling's.
Oh, is that a thing?
This.
Is that's the thing that happened?
Yeah, I think this is where the route they're going with this. Where he's just taking your likeness and your name, basically.
That's so stupid. I fucking hate it. All right. Next thing. This might have been my favorite part of the show. Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt invite Darby Allin into the parking lot with who was there? It wasn't Renee, was it?
It was Tony, wasn't it?
It was Tony Schiavone, I think.
One of the backstage dudes.
So it's like, hey, Tony Khan has granted us this interview in this parking lot as long as you both agree to no physical violence. Hey, and Jay Lethal, I don't know why his voice just sounds like he's trying to sound like Anchorman or something.
Scotch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
like he's trying to be Ric Flair.
Yeah, it's like a Ric Flair Anchorman gimmick. And anyway, so they challenged Darby Allin to a rematch. Now, mind you, by the way, they just had the match, and Darby Allin just pushed Jay Lethal. He pushed him into the light. You know? Jay Lethal, he was bad. He was cheating. He was evil. But during the Darby Allin match, he said, no, Sanjay Dutt, no big other guy. You guys stay out there. I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to handle this. And then he lost to Darby, and they started getting like a little bit of friction. Hey, maybe Jay Lethal's going to side with Darby because he was going to shake his hand, and his bad guy friends tried to influence him not to, right? Am I remembering this correctly?
Yes, that you are.
Right. And by the way, side note, that very same angle was on the same episode of Dynamite again when it happened with MJF. But whatever.
Right.
Whatever. They literally did the same, but whatever. Okay?
We don't judge. We don't
so,
judge.
hey, we're a week off of Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt. They're having a little friction, right? So it's like, hey, Darby Allin, you beat me fair and square, but I just want to have a rematch. I want to have a rematch with you, Darby Allin, because you beat me once, but you can't beat me twice, brother. Right? And then Darby Allin's like, yeah, well, that's why he called me over here. And then they started calling him Trash Panda. And then Sanjay Dutt, this is the best part. Dude, this is my favorite part of the fucking episode. Then Sanjay Dutt goes, well, guess what, Darby Allin? Surprise! We know your weakness. And the first thing I thought was, dude, I've been saying it for weeks. Priscilla Kelly. Dude, done. Priscilla Kelly, divorced. That's his weakness, obviously. Just pull up some photos from fucking NXT. He's shot. But no, that's not the weakness they were talking about. They were actually talking about his weakness, Darby Allin's very, very specific weakness that he has, which is to be cut in half by a 2-ton automatic loading dock garage door. That's his weakness.
Those ribs.
That's his weakness. If you cut him in half and he dies, well, guess what? We just exploited your weakness.
Sanjay's pencil finally fell from his ear. Did you guys see that?
Brian texted that to us too, right, in the group. They finally discovered the weakness that Darby Allin can be cut in half by an automatic door.
No Sting this week, huh?
No Sting, he hasn't been there.
Yeah, and Sting is supposed to be like a supernatural, like snowbound being who can just show up. Winter is coming. Supernatural stepdad comes in and saves the day, especially when he's getting cut in half. But, hey, listen, Sting shows up at a pay-per-view, but in the middle of the week on Rampage, Darby's getting thrown down the stairs, cut in half with a goddamn garage. Sting's nowhere to be found. This was my favorite thing. The fact that they were crushing him with the garage.
Figure four in him.
And then, of course, Jay Lethal just went full Anchorman. He's like, don't you touch me! Don't you put your hands on me! And it's like, oh, okay, dude, I thought you were just going to become a good guy. Whatever. Jay Lethal's whack. Did you guys love this as much as me?
I thought it was great. I thought it was about time that they actually went backstage and did a segment. Like Brian said a few weeks ago, they don't do nothing backstage. They don't utilize anything. They don't utilize an arena building. Back in my good old day of wrestling, you utilize the whole damn building. Now finally they use some draw gates. So cheers to them. That was great. Crushed ribs and all, huh?
Just kind of, it's like, turns out that's his weakness. I just think that's very funny. I'm not going to let go of that joke. We found out your weakness. Cut him in half with the loading dock gate.
Was that the weakness? Did they
No,
expose the
I'm
weakness?
making that up. The weakness is going to be something else. It's going
Right.
to be some other dramatic thing.
It's gonna be like Sting crucified.
Yeah, maybe
in
they'll
the middle
cut
of the
Sting
ring.
in half.
Yeah, they're gonna
Well, it
they're
seems
gonna kill
like
him.
what else could they do to him? They already cut him in half and broke every single bone in his body. Probably crushed his goddamn spleen with the loading dock door. Then figure four'd him. At that point, you're like, you know what? Just figure four me. I want to get some of the pain off of my chest, which you're caving in.
Ow. Oh.
So then after that was actually the best part of the show, which was the MJF promo.
Right.
Which
So
was great.
What do you think? What do you think Regal is coming out to talk about? Because he cut off Regal.
Oh, I don't think nobody knows. Nobody knows. Just make it up in your mind, and that's just as good as anything else you think it could be.
Sunshine daisies, flower bottoms.
You know, and I haven't been into Regal. Like, I think Regal's initial return, where he was like slapping them, was dope. And I haven't really cared about Regal. I think Regal on commentary is a little stale, especially because they have him come up for multiple matches.
Dude, he like flirts with Excalibur on commentary. It's so weird.
This Regal I loved, and you know, I thought that Regal was legitimately loving his time in being involved with this. Like, you could see
The
that he
smile.
really was. I think that was a real, true smile right there. Because MJF just came out, went to work.
Yeah.
And, you know, you notice this is the only thing that doesn't cut to commercial. Every single match, championship match, every single thing gets cut to commercial.
Picture in picture.
Not when
We'll be
MJF
right
gets for the fucking microphone, dude. And I don't know how much of that is real. I think it probably is a little bit of a half-truth.
Right.
But, Brian, walk us through what happened. Walk me through it like I didn't even watch it.
I mean, it's a little confusing to me, honestly, because it's like, why is all of a sudden he having this like beef with William Regal? But
so basically, he tells him he was an extra. He got called in by Pat Buck and Brian Myers and were like, hey, listen, we got you some extra work. We need you to go down to the Barclays. It was one of the takeovers. And prior to the event beginning, they're told to go out to the ring, and they're going to have a little 2-minute match. They go have their 2-minute match. Regal brings them to a room in the back. He says, I'm going to make you a star. You got 3 minutes to sell yourself to me. So MJF goes and he goes, I let everything out there. I gave it to you, and you know that I was good. He brought him to another room. What's your age, kid?
And he touched him.
19. He goes, I'm 19 years old. He goes, well, kid, I'm sorry.
He said, hey, we're just going to take some promo photos.
He goes, you're too young, kid. So he goes, I'm too young. All right. Well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go back, and I want you to keep working hard. And every month, I need you to send me a video with an email. Explain to me your match, X, Y, and Z. So he does it. First month, he does it. Excited to see and go over and review whatever. Second month, same response. Third month, it's, I'm a very busy man. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. How dare you basically send me something like this? You look like an actor. Show me why you want to be a wrestler.
Sucks.
So basically, yeah. So he's like, I read this email to myself every day, and I've gotten so far. And not to rub you the wrong way, but just to remind myself of who I am and how far I've come because I love this business.
Tried so hard and got so far, and in the end,
it didn't even matter.
Reading an email.
So yeah, that was that. And I don't know, maybe it was true, but I'll tell you this much. I do remember TakeOver, I think, whatever, Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura in Brooklyn. MJF is walking Joe to the ring. You guys can look it up online.
Iconic moment.
And Joe just shoves him straight to the wall, and you just see the pain in his face. Like, wow, I just got shut down from being signed because I'm 19 years old, and I just got pushed and shoved to the wall by the NXT champion Samoa Joe on live TV. Like the kid probably felt like a crumbled paper.
I don't think so. I think that MJF is a pro. MJF is an actor. MJF is probably the best actor that there is right now in wrestling. So I think that he was cool with that. And I think that probably what realistically happened is that Regal said, hey, go be on the indies for 5 years and I will love you for my whole entire life. And I think they probably do love each other for real. That's what I think is the reality of the situation.
So fate brought them together.
Brian, you think that the email might have been real. You hope that it's real.
I don't think it's real.
No, you don't think it's real?
No, I think it's a work.
I did you guys catch the name dropping? He goes, I was with Adam Pearce.
Well, I think that was true. I think he actually did train, like, that was true. And I think that he definitely did his time in WWE as like the extra, and that was all true. But I think that the whole thing where he went into the room with William Regal and he had talked about his age and shit, I don't think that was true.
Well, funny thing that he did say too is that we could become part of the bidding war of 2024. So his contract will be up in 2024, and basically that WWE would love to put pen to paper with him. So I think that's true. I think the email's true. You know what I'm saying?
See, I don't think that's true at all. I don't think there's any risk at all of MJF going to WWE. I think there's literally zero risk. I think that the extension and all the stuff that MJF goes and talks about, complete smokescreen. I think that if they do not have a new deal in place, then I think they have a handshake. At the very least, they have a handshake. And it's just like, you know how they're saying, and this is another topic that's kind of crazy. They're coming out and they're releasing this Moxley 5-year extension, increased role backstage. Jericho 5-year increased role backstage. I think they're really trying to secure up the main guys.
Yep.
But for that to happen with MJF at any point by the time he called Tony Khan and effing Mark to now, if they had released it, just wouldn't have made sense. They played the voicemail. That voicemail ain't real. He didn't give him a ton of money to come back.
Right.
It was all planned. MJF is literally, to quote Prince Nana, who we'll see on Thursday, shout out Prince Nana. He's the crown jewel. And nothing is going to take him away. And it's all a storyline. And I think that, there were elements of truth to that. And I think when you look at William Regal's eyes during that promo, he's smiling at Max. And Max did it too. He goes, you sent me an email and I read, or, he fucked it up. Did you guys notice that? He fucked it up. He was like, I sent you an email every day, an email that I saved on my phone and I read every day. I mean, the one that you sent back to me, and then William Regal was laughing, and then Max went with it. Did you see that? Max went with it, and Max goes, don't you laugh at me, you son of a bitch!
Yes. Yes.
Right, that was all, because Max confused it. He basically set it up I sent you an email, and you sent me one back. And then one day I sent you an email. An email I still have saved to my phone that I read back to myself every day. And then William Regal was like, what? What are you saying? An email that you sent me? That he was laughing at him, you fucked up, dude. You did the Axe fucking time warp. Who do you think you are? I am. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The bowling guy. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anybody in the chat, comment. Do you know what I'm talking about? The fucking bowling guy. Look this
Kingpin?
up. Literally, just type into Google or fucking whatever. Who do you think you are? I am. And it's like some bowler was in the 10th frame. And he needed to get a strike to win the fucking thing. And he just did it. And his brain broke. He was like,
you got excited?
Who do you think you are? I am. It's the best shit, dude. Yeah, that's a lot of AEW wrestlers, especially when they get emotional. Because there's a lot of emotions flying around AEW. Who do you think you are? I am. That's basically the way that we describe.
What exactly are you?
So anyway, long story short, Regal, I felt was really enjoying being 5 feet away from Max and watching him work. And then Regal, he took the microphone and he fired right back. They had a great thing.
I hated that.
And then I didn't really know when he said be the devil, become the devil. Was it hit me? Or was it don't hit me? But it's you never touched Tony Schiavone. But it's dude, really, Regal, you're basically a glorified, you're not a wrestler. You're also Tony Schiavone. You're a guy in a suit who comes out. So I was a little confused.
I don't think Regal should have spoken after MJF spoke. I think MJF should have just punched him in the face, and I think that would have been better.
Yeah.
Than what the ending of that was. It was just I hate that they're making him face. I hate that they're doing that.
Yo, dude, oh my God. And we'll get to the final match. I had so many ideas running through my head. that's why I love watching wrestling, because not saying that I love what happens on the screen, but just like watching TV or shows, it's like, oh, it would have been cool if they did this. I like this that they did. This sucks. Well, like that's how I like to watch it. And, after that, the one thing about MJF is he definitely overacts.
Pork Chop Express says, I feel like some of these AEW promos got too personal. Like, we don't need to know that you almost killed yourself.
When I got the email, I was going to fucking kill myself. And then what about last week with Adam Page? I'm a man. I'm 31 years old.
They say these things to try to connect with people because people actually have those fucking feelings.
Who do you think you are? I am.
To trigger. They say it to trigger people.
It's a way to draw you in, to make you feel a part of them.
Yo,
in a way, right? Something like that.
MJF is a master, dude. I love MJF. He's awesome. Like I said,
he has mastered the craft.
Yeah, I mean, he is definitely a little bit of an overactor. You know what?
Do you think he's teasing the face turn and he's going to be a piece of shit in the end?
So let's jump ahead a little bit. During the main event, Brian, to answer your question, yes. I think that they are teasing a face turn. But much like all of AEW, I think it's a great idea. I think they're in the act of teasing it, but I don't even think that they know the payoff yet. I don't know. How does he actually turn face? Who would he save to turn face?
He already didn't cash in the chip when Moxley was hurt.
Yeah, but he's doing it for ego and honor. He's still not like a full face.
Yeah.
Well, how about the interview with Wheeler Yuta and Bryan Danielson?
Right, that happened also. I thought that was so lame. That was so stupid.
I see the Blackpool Combat Club eventually imploding, Regal getting hit by one of them, and MJF coming to save the day. And I think it's going to be Superhuman. I think Superhuman's going to implode.
Yo, okay, so right now, starting with Sean and ending with Brian, this is off the top of my head. I want you to name 3 wrestlers who you think can help. 3 potential MJF face-turning wrestlers. So, Sean, for instance, you said, one of the guys goes postal and attacks Regal, and MJF makes a save. Because that's the thing. MJF has got to make a save on somebody or stand up to somebody, or he's got to do something like that to really drive it home. I don't think they're going to drive it home for quite some time. I think he's going to go into full gear as a heel. And also, side note, I think that because they got him walking this line, you remember the first AEW after the pay-per-view where he came out with the Jared Allen jersey?
Yep.
And I think that was a preview of what's to come. The fact that all he needed to do was gratuitously come out with the jersey of the hometown team and act a little bit less like a dick, and they were automatically on him.
It was
and then
drawn to him.
Quick switched it back.
Right.
And it was so obvious the whole time. I think that was kind of a fucking test run. Yep. And I think now it's like, okay, now we're kind of playing for keeps. He's on the line. And I thought it was going to happen tonight. I thought we were going to see Hangman in traction, and Max was going to come out, shake his head. But, we'll get to that later. That apparently was a serious, actual situation. T's and P's, thoughts and prayers. God bless America, dude. I was kind of sick to my stomach, because of my fantasy quarterback 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God, dude!
Like that.
Don't do that.
It was
what happened?
It was like that on the field.
So basically, the player got hit and hit a nerve that struck the back of his head.
Did he get clotheslined?
No, the guy was knocked the fuck out, and he was like this on the field, looking at his weird magnet. Yeah, it was like some exorcist shit, dude.
So basically, the guy had a bad scare the week prior. The medical team cleared him for the game the next week. He went onto the field. He took a hit the wrong way. I mean, there's no way to properly get hit, but when he hit the floor, he seized up and his hands started popping.
It was fucking scary.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
And that's why, and Brian, we'll get to it later. I really want to hurry up because I want to leave plenty of time to talk about the main event. Right. But we were watching it together. We're all in fucking confusion. Yep. But I really think, because, Brian, you don't watch real sports, you don't know about the...
Well, he wasn't doing that. He wasn't.
No, but I'm just saying he was laying there, And like, and I just think that Tony Khan, listen, he's literally involved with the Jacksonville fucking Jaguars. He's got his finger on the pulse of the NFL as much as a man of Tony Khan's brain energy can have his finger on the pulse of something. But even Tony Khan and all those dumbass motherfuckers back there need to know that angle at the end of the show it's not the right time to work it, because just 2 weeks ago, like the NFL right now, if a quarterback like falls and like their head goes down, what you see in almost every bump video ever, they're out of the game, dude. It's like so.
The concussion protocol evolves every year with the NFL, just like the rule book. It's such a hard-hitting sport. And Pat, like, to capitalize on what you're saying like that, if that's the route that he was trying to go with
say to your point. That's what they say on the podcast that succeed and get sponsored by Manscaped. Say to your point. Yeah.
Well, Pat, to your point.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
If this is the route that one Tony Khan wants to go with this, shame on you, Tony Khan, because to make fun of the NFL players who are going out there and putting their lives on the line for a game, and you do this on TV for a world title match, shame on you, my man. That's not the way to do business.
Yeah. And you know what? I completely agree with you. And it would be just in horrible taste. And it's just not the right thing to do, especially when we live in such a concussion-sensitive climate. But, with that said, what I wanted to happen is I wanted MJF to go fully satanic and take, like, William Regal. It's like, this is even fucking more horrible. But, like, William Regal pushes him to go like active shooter on everybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I don't like that he leaded to like, William Regal doesn't like me, so I'm going to be full of honor. I wanted MJF to be like, yo, you know what? I'm going to come out. I'm going to kidnap Renee. I have Renee here. Hey, John Moxley, look at this. It's Renee Young. And then Hangman Page getting wheeled by, shakes his head, just does all the craziest shit. I wanted William Regal's promo tonight, challenge him to go off the fucking deep end. And I think that could still happen, but it does seem that, like, and much like many movies we watch, much like many TV shows we watch, and much like wrestling, it feels like we're really doing the work, and they're not really even thinking about it on that, like, double, triple swerve type of, it's kind of like entry-level psychology, kind of, to me.
So what was it? What was it that you wanted to run by Brian and I about three people what that could possibly take out?
Oh fuck! Did I just go on a whole tangent? Who are the three people who could go heel and turn Max, or three people who are already heel that could turn Max? Like, who does Max need to get attacked by or save? Give me three people who could do it.
So I'm gonna go one. And this one is going to be the whole three because there's a bunch of them in the group. I'm going to say Stokely Hathaway is going to be the reason why MJF turns face. Why? He has the muscle. Well, that was William Morrissey, right? The last time we seen Stokely on TV last week, he was behind MJF as MJF cut a promo. MJF turns around, tells him to hit the bricks, take a hike. What happens? Stokely gives him a laugh, a devious laugh, a laugh that you'd remember when somebody kicks your ass. So I think somewhere down the line, maybe at Full Gear, we'll see Stokely Hathaway make his return on camera with MJF, but not in the capacity that everyone expects it to be. Because remember, he hired him. He said, I will fire your ass.
So basically, Stokely costs Max, and Max still ain't champ, and he's still chasing. He's got to be a face now and get back to the picture.
Exactly. Now it's the climb up to the mountain as a face.
I can't see that. I can see that because, the chase. Everybody loves the chase.
The chase is the real title reign, I'll be honest with you. Listen, No Mercy's playing behind me. And when you do that WWF Championship, it's the chase to the title that's the real title reign for you. Not when you hold it up. It's the way you get there. And I think that's the mountain that MJF is climbing.
Well, to your point, Sean.
I think there's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack. We got to circle back. There's a lot to unpack. To your point, go ahead.
To your point, Sean, I think that the one man that's going to turn MJF face is going to be William Regal himself.
Ooh, okay.
I think during the match, I think William Regal is going to want MJF. He's going to try to side with MJF and get MJF to cheat against Moxley. And then MJF is going to refuse to cheat and still win, become champion clean, and become the face.
Bringing the devil out of him, as he once tried tonight, right? To bring the devil out.
Right.
Okay.
He's keeping the devil inside.
I see it. I like that, Brian. I like that. Not a bad take, Brian.
Not that bad of a take, Brian. Congratulations. Yo, shout out. Bad take, Brian. Killing it. You know, Devil Inside, by the way, great film. You ever seen it, Brian?
Slipknot song. I did see it.
Sean?
Never.
Check it out. Found footage, documentary style, Exorcist style. So good.
Devil Inside.
Three
Oh, the mother is so scary.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yo, I think that both of you make very valid points. And like I said, I want to get through the rest of the show, like the ROH title match and all that stuff. By the way, if you're just watching, $5 Super Chat gets you a raffle for the fucking Macho Madness. Right now, we only have one. So if you want to throw 5 ducats at this, it's a 50-50 chance.
Yo, listen, 5 ducats and you win this. I'd be happy for the entire remainder of the year.
Did I say ducats?
You did ducats.
Man, that's fucking cool.
You did say ducats.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
I like ducats.
Ducats
are fun.
That's pretty fucking
Mad
cool.
ducats.
5 ducats get you a chance to win, and all the Halloween stuff's online and stuff like that. You know, I think both of you have valid points. And when the match was ending, and last week we talked about it. Yo, I wanted MJF to come out. I love the shot that he's not there.
Yes,
he's not in the skybox.
They were showing him the whole time, and then he's not there.
If only the chip wasn't so lame. You see, now they've added a handle to it now.
Yep.
You know, they must have like drilled a handle into it. So it's like, okay, you can like carry it like a. It's like, wow, we got to do anything but a briefcase, but like the briefcase is the best.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's what makes it more weird is that they were doing that whole bit where they were showing him and then not showing him, and then Moxley just calls him out. So it was like there was no point of that.
All right, let's get to that later. Let's run through the rest of this. After the MJF thing, Dalton Castle versus Chris Jericho. Brian, you said it was the best match of the night.
Yeah, that dude is awesome.
You've never seen Dalton before tonight.
I've never seen him, and just his walk alone won me over.
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
Dude, his entrance and his walk and his whole shtick is great.
Dude, the boys that are straight out of Crash Bandicoot and his whole thing is awesome.
I don't know why you keep saying Crash Bandicoot, but I'm here
because they have the it's the feathers. They were wearing the feather headdresses.
Brian, can you do that noise?
Booga booga.
There you go.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot, great game. Crash Bandicoot remake, great game.
Wrath of Cortex.
Crash Bandicoot. Sean, yo. There's a hot tip for both of you. On whatever console store you go to, Crash Bandicoot Trilogy Remake.
For the PS4?
PS4, PS5.
I've already got it. I've got it for the PS.
Worth every penny. All 3.
I think we have it for the Switch.
Worth every goddamn penny.
It's a very difficult game.
I'm the type of guy that walks into my game store and asks him, hey, do you have Nitro for the 64? Hey, do you have Warzone for the 64? Or better yet, do you have No Mercy?
Those like original WCW game graphics were pretty revolutionary. Like looked. Oh, yo!
Wow, look at us. Look at us. Would you look at us?
Yo, I just want to say I don't want to talk about this on stream, but it's long sleeve season. So yo, No Mercy, Choppy.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are they making comebacks, I think they're gonna be like some sweatpants in the mix.
Yo,
dude, No Mercy,
dude,
sweatpants,
you know what's crazy, bro?
Yeah.
I want the No Mercy shirt in red.
You want it in red? Well, guess what, Sean?
Red.
Guess what, dude?
What?
We're putting it in red.
I'm getting it tonight.
What color tee do you want it on?
On a black tee.
All right, fine. Anyway, Dalton Castle is awesome. Chris Jericho and Dalton Castle look like two guys who work in completely opposite departments in Guitar Center. Get ready to fight.
That guy's in amps.
Yeah, Dalton Castle works in Pro Audio or something.
Dalton is great, bro. I've been watching Dalton Castle for about 4 years, like consistent now, and he's just been one of the guys that just grows on you because he cares about his craft, and every time you see him, it's just different and it gets better. And to have a match with Jericho, this era Jericho, is very hard because in a way I feel like you're carrying him You know what I'm saying? And
Jericho's been having great matches. Like, dude,
he's been
last
having
week,
great
it
matches.
was insane too.
But the people that he's having these matches with are even greater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to keep up with that
So
guy.
it's easy for Jericho. Jericho's having it good right now.
And that match with Dalton Castle, I'm sorry, probably one of Jericho's best matches this year.
Well, dude, and you think kind of like, oh, this is so, on the surface you think as a fan, oh, this is so stupid. Jericho's putting himself over, the Ocho, so stupid. Another long-winded, annoying Jericho thing. But it is kind of cool that he's running through all the Ring of Honor guys. Like, it is kind of a compelling storyline.
Bro, giving them the rub, bro. Like, I respect that so much. Like, wow,
yep.
like.
And, and he bumps around, too.
He does.
He gets in
He's
there.
awesome.
Yeah, he gets
He's
in
fucking dope. Jericho's the man.
Like, he took power bombs and suplexes and, like, he's working hard, dude.
Yeah, bro. I'm excited for it. And whatever Ring of Honor pay-per-view that is coming up, I'm going to be watching it.
I'm going to be
watching
I love
Ring of Honor, bro.
I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I'm going to be watching it, though.
Maybe we'll be there.
Yo, you never know.
Knowing me, I'd probably be there.
Also, just some notes from this Dalton Castle Ring of Honor match. They did mention that he was the National Beach Wrestling Champion, which I thought was so stupid. I think Larry Legend was involved in that somehow. I love when Dalton threw the boys at Hager. Like the whole sequence where of course he had to come out and get fanned by them, right? And I love how all four of them are across from Hardcam.
Yep.
Like, but I would love for them. I want him to have actual employees. Like, I want synchronized swimmers. I want people like all four people interpretively dancing his shit. Like,
the
obviously it was just like
made me laugh though. They were funny.
Well, that was
boys.
When they showed the promo. That was the first thing we texted. I was like, "Yo, what happened to Dalton Castle's voice, dude?"
So it made me laugh so hard.
But I love how he got
in
fanned.
A good way though. It was like good. I thought it was good.
He got fanned by the boys. He threw the boys at Jake Hager. I thought that was great. But then in the end, Chris Jericho, it was just a well fought match. Dalton Castle, so close yet so far. Chris Jericho wins.
When he goes into his pants and pulls out the middle finger, was so funny.
You know what I love the most about that? How Jericho wasn't looking at him. Jericho was just staring right at the finger.
Yeah.
Jericho's
so good.
They got to the tight shot of Jericho, and he's just looking directly at his middle finger. Yo, that was so funny, dude.
Comedic genius.
That. Yeah, and he won. And then he came back to celebrate with the Ocho appreciation crew, and decided he was going to murder Riccaboni. But then guess what? Murdered Jerry Lynn instead. Hey,
Jerry Lynn.
All in a day's work.
What move did he do?
Dude,
did you see that?
He did a
tombstone Jerry Lynn.
Yeah, but he did like a slow-mo type of...
Why? Jerry Lynn got reconstructive neck surgery.
Right, so why would you even think about doing that? But you know what? If you were going to give a tombstone to Jerry Lynn, to Chris Jericho's credit, that's the way that I would give it too. I would just like squat real slow and just go like, doink.
Right. I would have just given him the elbow,
I thought,
right?
Dude, that's the way to do it. Why did you invent the Judas effect? You invented it so that it can be a devastating thing that you could just give fucking Jerry Lynn.
Yeah.
But instead you fucking had to 69 him and tombstone him on an upside down belt.
Wait, why was it upside down?
I think he just didn't even know. I think
he didn't know, dude.
Yeah, I think you could see him like walking. Like he was 69ing Jerry and he was walking. And I think you could see he felt the belt. And he's like, all right, it's going to be on the belt. But then it's like, nah, dude, it's upside down. And then the funniest thing about that was that, like, they made it seem like a really bad fucking thing. They made it seem like a,
right.
And Sean,
oh my God.
Sean, listen, I've been doing that for weeks, all right? I'm over it now, okay? I'm over it. Tua's starting this week. He's on my fantasy football team. Russell Wilson's getting dropped. I can fucking if I want to, okay? I can if I want to.
You know what? Listen, I'll just say this. I was in class. The very first time I ever seen somebody have a seizure, I was in class. No, Pat.
Oh, sorry.
I saw that out of my classroom window. But yeah, it was like a close friend of mine, and we had just come upstairs, and usually my friends, like, we were in the handball court, everybody's smoking. So we come upstairs, and I thought he was just being stupid. He gets up, and he's just like, and he's shaking.
This is a terrible story, dude.
I just started laughing because I didn't know what was going on.
You were laughing, so that means you're a bad person. You're a bad person.
Like, damn, I feel bad,
dude. When I go like this, I'm fucking paying homage. This is like a. You know, I'm paying homage to Tua. He's fighting back. You laughed at a friend having a seizure. You're a bad person.
Yeah, dude. I was like, what's wrong with you, bro?
I think to settle this, I think both of you are just terrible people.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian.
Yo, oh my God. Oh my God. Are you ready for this story, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I blocked this story out of my memory.
What is it?
But we're about to get real deep. You ready?
Geez.
Okay. Holy fuck, dude. Yo, and this person, still alive, still around. So I don't want to say their name. And I hope they never hear this. But, yo, I'm going to tell this story. Okay. So SmackDown 1000 was a big show. At the time, a friend of the Bullies was working at WWE, so we had tickets to SmackDown 1001 at the Pru.
The following episode.
I don't know if it was at the Pru or where the fuck it was, whatever. So, we get the tickets from a friend, and, you know, we're just expecting, hey, it's just going to be GA, whatever. Well, guess what? Our tickets say row D. Well,
That's ringside.
that's ringside. Ringside, Sean, you should know. When you're in the letters, that's just like A is like front row. So we're down in the exclusive bowl. We're down in the exclusive letters only ringside bowl for SmackDown. All right. This guy, he's like a nice guy. He's in the scene. He's a local guy. He's a tri-state area head. He's a nice guy. I was like, oh, hey, guys, where are you sitting? I'm in the exclusive ringside row as well. And I'm like, well, you know, it's our first time here. I don't want to upset anyone. I said, no, dude. I've done this before. As long as you got the letters on your ticket, you're down here, we can sit wherever we want. Where are you guys sitting? I'm going to sit with you. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh, my God, it's like 8:01 right now. You know?
It just started.
Like, it's not like you found me. It's like 9:30. All right, hey, let's hang out, you know?
Show's just starting.
Oh, my God. So we go and sit down, and it was like the Big Show was doing a thing with, like, the New Day. Oh, no, the New Day was in the ring. And you know, listen, we're stuck. We're fucking trapped, dude. We just sat down. Our fucking Punisher friend is sitting down with us. Totally nice guy. Awesome guy. The dopest kid. But, you know, listen, you know, I'm trying to settle in, you know. And I'll never forget, dude, this guy had like a 44-ounce fucking 7-Eleven big gulp stadium cola with no top on it. And it, no ice, no top. It was just like a bucket of fucking brown fluid.
Liquid.
And he's just like, yeah, we're going to sit together. And I'm like, all right, dude, whatever. So, oh my God, I can't believe I'm telling this story. I buried this deep down, like any good Irishman would, you know? And so, New Day's out, they're saying some shit, and then all of a sudden, surprise, 1001, well, it's a big show. And so I look over, and the kid's sitting right next to me, and I look over, and this kid is holding this 44-ounce cup. Just in the air like the fucking Statue of Liberty, dude. And going like this. Like, well, it's a big show. And dude, and I'm telling you that there is soda flying everywhere.
No.
And he's just going like this. And I'm like, dude. And I look over, and dude, and so I'm telling you, like a sprinkler system of fucking RC Cola turned on. And I look over to the side, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Calm down. Well, guess what, Brian and Sean? Guess what, dude?
Did you get kicked out with them?
Guess what, dude?
Can I guess?
Brian, will you guess?
Was he having a seizure?
He was having a seizure. He was having a 44-ounce big gulp, no top on it, Statue of Liberty, well, it's the Big Show, seizure.
Well, it's the seizure.
Yo, and I'm sitting there, dude, and I'm telling you, man, I blocked it out of my mind because this is one of the more haunting things
Dude, how have you never told us this? That's wild.
I forgot. I wanted to forget.
You blocked that shit out.
Yo, and I'm telling you, like, and Sean, you just told your story. He was like looking at me. And and I'm sitting to the left. There's just another guy to the right. He's going like this. And he fell over onto like the other people. Like stiff like a board, Statue of Liberty, soda. Once again, can't stress it enough. Soda, brown cola everywhere. And he's like, and so now he's like laying in the arms of the guy to like the other side of us. Like bugging. But he's like looking at me right in my fucking eyes. And like he's trying to communicate with me. But his brain is like short circuiting, dude.
Oh, he's talking to you. You just don't hear it.
Yo, dude.
He's seizing, dude.
It was a fucking haunting experience. So then and of course, and the promo in the ring, New Day, Big Show, stop, dead. Dead stop. Dead stop, dude. And because I guess it was like in commercial or something, they're like, oh, and paramedics rush over, everybody rush over, clear out chairs, because Sean, all those chairs are connected. Yep. They're like getting broken apart, flying away. Paramedics come in, right? And he gets like fucking everything. He's on the fucking thing. They're wheeling him away. Dude, this is not a fucking lie. They're wheeling him away. And the paramedics are like,
well, is this your family?
Who's he with? and some woman goes, he's by himself. And I go, hey, he's not by himself. We're his friends. And then the paramedics are like, well, you want to come to the hospital? And I'm like, oh, no. I mean, I'm not with him. We're his friends. I'm not with him.
I just saw him here.
Shit, dude.
That is a fucking true story, dude. That is a true story. SmackDown 1001, dude.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out, dude. Yo, dude. He's fine. He's fine, dude. By the way. The guy was fine.
Holy shit.
And then, and by the way, the guy messaged me. And this was the sad part, too. He messaged me the next day, and he was like, hey, sorry about that. I think I just was, like, a little, like, dehydrated. I was like, dude, tell your doctor that you had a dead-ass fucking seizure, please. Like, you fucking...
Bro, he had a whole, 40 ounce of soda, you said.
Oh, my God, dude. And then, by the way, side note, after the show, we met up with the friend who got us the tickets. We went to the diner. We're just hanging out at the diner. And then who walks in the diner, dude? It's like Charlotte Flair.
And the Big Show?
No, it's just Charlotte Flair was there with like a few other people. And I was like, yo, we are sending Charlotte Flair a piece of cake right now that says, happy 1001st episode. Because that was like the whole video. And, the video never got published. It all got fucking derailed because I couldn't sleep for a month.
Poor kid.
But it was like the whole gimmick was like, oh, well, hey, we're at SmackDown 1001. Hey, you thought 1000 was a big deal. Well, this is going to be one better. and the friend that I had at the time was like, no, don't do that. You're going to be embarrassing me. And, are we friends now? Nah. Am I getting seizure tickets to WWE anymore? Nah. Should have sent the piece of cake, dude.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
That's the funniest story I've ever heard.
Row D gets you front row to seizure, huh?
Dude, it was, you know what? And I laugh about it now. But, at the time, it was like a haunting fucking thing.
Did you feel horrible afterwards?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
No, I mean, hey, listen, it was like my first time ever sitting front row. What am I going to go? I'm going to go spend like 4 hours in the hospital with some kid? Some Punisher?
No, he's fine.
I was like, hey, he's not alone. We're his friends. And they're like, oh, so you're going to come? No. No,
that's wild, bro.
Anyway, and then after Jerry Coe fucking murdered Jerry Lynn, and listen, we're living in an age of CTE, so why not fucking just tombstone a guy with a fucking broken neck? Then you had Christian and Luchasaurus, another all-time favorite of mine. Luchasaurus, Kane, Christian,
Kanosaurus.
Cage. They did say something that gave me some hope. He said they're done with Jungle Boy.
Oh,
Moving on.
They're not done with Jack Perry, though.
Oh, Jesus. All right, main event. Let's talk about this. Oh, wait, one more thing happened. I guess Nyla Rose is turning face, and she stole the title from Jade Cargill. You guys know
She's
about this?
defending it, though, isn't she?
No, Jade Cargill's the champion. She never lost, but Nyla Rose stole the title.
Yeah, she just picked it up and now she defends
Anyway,
it.
It was just a quick backstage with It was just a quick backstage with Jade Cargill and the baddies. And all I wrote down, and Lord forgive me, I just put Layla Gray. God bless.
Friend of Brian.
I just put God bless.
That's funny as fuck.
So the main event was crazy. And by crazy, I mean the last 10 minutes was fucking confusing and insane. One thing I thought was very funny was they had the entrances. Moxley appeared to come out of the locker room this time.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't come out from the parking lot. He came out from the locker room, probably because he was hanging out with Renee, not focusing on his job, just like he was in WWE when he was flirting with her. Yeah, no. So whatever. Back when he had 3 strands of hair running down his forehead.
Oh, God, the worst hair in the business.
Do faces usually steal titles? Doesn't sound like a face thing to do. Well, yeah, but, you kind of consider that, that I feel like they're kind of desperate trying to turn Nyla Rose heel. They don't really know what to do. I mean, turn Nyla Rose face. They don't really know what to do. Hey, Jade Cargill's our top heel. She's going to steal the title. She's fucking Robin Hood, dude. It's
like an R-Truthy thing to do. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to lighten up, and she goes, "Oh, I'm that bitch." B something. I don't know. She had a very long anagram. Anyway, let's talk about this main event.
Please, let's get into it. I wasn't able to catch the end. You guys filled me in on some crazy stuff. I need to hear more of it, please.
Well, the only thing that I really noticed is that it was very funny because the Moxley trope is that he bleeds in every match. And then what happened is they were fighting in the crowd. Hangman did a dope fucking moonsault backflip off of the second level, as he would be known to do. I don't know how a man's knees could take that. But they did. And they went to commercial. And then, of course, Moxley's going to be bleeding. So then we come back from commercial, Moxley's bleeding, which makes it even funnier. It makes it even funnier to me. It's not and his head is slammed into the post. He's busted wide open. It's and we'll be right back in picture. And then, you get a flow.
Oh, he's just bleeding.
Yeah, now he's just busted wide open.
Now he's just bleeding.
Makes it funnier to me. It calls more attention to the trope that everybody else is pointing out.
I agree.
So that was a little weird. But then, I mean, we were already sound checking, doing our stuff. Did they have that great of a match, Brian?
No,
just standard fare?
It was the standard fare, and then it went on for a while. It was it was a decently long match. It was at least 15-minute match, wasn't it? Or 10-minute match that it went on for, and then it literally ended with a clothesline, and the match stopped.
So Sean, I'm gonna let you know what's going on here. I don't know the exact scenario, but basically, John Moxley, in one form or the other, hit Hangman Page with an inside-out clothesline.
Okay.
Brian, stop me if I'm wrong here.
No, you're right. You're going good.
Hit it with an inside-out clothesline. Now, I didn't actually see it. I saw the aftermath of it with Hangman Page laying and selling his neck in a spot of the ring that's not a spot. He was all the way in the corner, his head was kind of under the rope. It didn't look like it was a planned fucking job,
Right.
And I didn't see the landing. I don't know if maybe the initial hit got him. I don't know if he tried to fucking inside out himself and fell on his head. I have no idea what happened. And I wasn't really even too concerned in the moment. But the referee calls the match. Now, once again, this event has a cloud and air of Maxwell cashing in. They were teasing that he wasn't in the thing. So me and Brian's initial reaction was oh, all right. Oh, he got hurt. They're calling it. Max is going to come out. There's going to be a thing.
Right.
But that didn't seem like the fucking case, dude, because as time went on, people rushed and slid into the ring. People who don't look like they were prepared to be on camera start rushing in, and he's just sitting there. Now, he wasn't once again, I didn't see the fall, and based on what I'm about to tell you, I don't even want to see it because I think it's going to be a. I think it's going to be one of these, dude.
I remember watching it and thinking that it didn't look like
you didn't even think anything of it.
No, it looked like it was just like something that was happening in the match.
Yo, so the ref calls the match at like 9:50. Your winner and still, John. And then they're cutting the camera shots of the ceiling. They're cutting to these Owen Hart over the edge camera shots, dude.
Oh, I saw it.
So what's your official medical opinion?
They put a short on YouTube. He landed on his neck.
Now,
pretty bad.
So it wasn't the clothesline, it was the inside out that he landed on it.
It was the inside out. He tried to Rikishi it. He didn't get the full momentum on it, and he landed like on the side of his neck and his face.
And did the neck yo, Sean, I could watch Terrifier 1
and it
ask the tea kettle. But I don't want to.
The ref cuts it.
Yo, so was it like? Does it look like he broke his fucking neck?
It looks like he caught a stinger and he froze because his body stiffened up.
Did he?
You don't see it.
Did he Thriller?
He didn't Thriller because his face is on the mat.
But I feel like if he broke his neck, we would have known by now because when Big E broke his neck, they announced it pretty fast.
It's just all like 9:50 title end.
Yeah, dude, it's bad, bro. He definitely got a crazy stinger.
Oh my God bless. Yo, I hope he's all right, dude. Because
But now watching it back, Moxley catches him with like this part of his arm.
No, come on, you can't. Yo, the person in charge.
I just sent it, so you guys.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not even gonna watch it. I can't even fucking stand that shit, dude. But and I'm gonna tell you, just like the story I told you about my Statue of Liberty dude at 101.
My Statue of Liberty dude.
When the Tua thing, I'm haunted. Like I don't even be able to sleep. And you know what? I didn't see the actual fall, but I heard what Moxley said. And listen, I think there's going to be a lot of discussion coming in the next few days over whether it was in bad taste to have Moxley take the mic while Hangman was still getting attended to. But that is what really, really added to the strangeness of it. So basically, the match gets called.
Yep, immediately.
And they had one. I caught one shot of him like laying. Now they're shooting the ceiling. They're shooting the ceiling. They're shooting the crowd. They're doing close tights of Moxley. Right?
They don't want to show him getting pulled out.
So what you think they put him on like a board and shit? I hope so. Or maybe they were like hiding that they weren't putting on a board.
I don't know. I watched it. I keep watching it. It doesn't look like he landed on his neck so bad.
So John Hammer says he tweaked his neck pretty bad. Yo, I hope he's all right. But the thing that really
up, bro. So it's scary.
You're looking at it more, and you're getting stressed out more and more as you watch it.
Yeah, it's scary, bro, because like when you look at different angles, you see like, okay, it could possibly have been this. Okay, it could possibly be that. Overall, you don't want to see somebody in a situation like that.
It's just not good.
Yeah, man, it's not cool, bro.
And the thing that really fucked me up, the ceiling shots haunt me. I feel like I watched that Owen thing live, so I feel like, if you're cutting to the ceiling, I'm bugging already. It's just in my psyche. And then John grabs the mic and he goes, oh my God, dude, I don't think if the situation was as dire as they seem, they're shooting the ceiling, I don't think that's an appropriate thing to do, dude. I don't know if you just
that was morbid as fuck. That was morbid as fuck of him to say.
John Moxley the microphone, like as the guy's getting like fucking carted out of the ring, like stabilized and shit. And you know what he said? And this is what really, it made my stomach turn. It made my skin crawl. Like I felt like I had seen it. He goes, hey, Hangman Adam Page is a tough dude, and he's going to be back and make a full recovery and fight another day and walk again. And he's going to walk, and he's going to talk, and he's going to play with his kids, which to me made it seem like this guy snapped his fucking spinal cord, dude.
But that's what makes it seem like a work. Why would they let the dude just say that shit?
Dude, they would never work some shit like that.
It's fucking wrestling. It's goddamn wrestling.
It's not 90s wrestling. No, are there any reports?
Perry Saturn had this whole CTE fucking gimmick.
Are there any reports? Yeah, but he had the CTE gimmick before CTE was a serious medical thing, and then everybody looks back on it and goes, yeesh.
I guess.
No,
But they're not.
no way.
It could be a neck. They're not even making it a CTE thing. Maybe they're making it a neck like it's a neck thing. He hurt his neck in a wrestling match.
I think the plan was constantly to have John beat Hangman clean. Show of respect. Max comes out full gear. And I think that last 10 minutes, I think Hangman's actually fucked up. All the best T's and P's, man. I hope you're all right. It didn't seem like it was shot in a fun fucking way, dude.
So, but why would they have Moxley say anything and not just have MJF come out and cash in the thing?
But you know why? Because Tony Khan doesn't know how to get out of that. And so it's just like, and you see, dude, they acted like Bray Wyatt was about to come back.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's two things, too. Do you see that it was like the red flash of light?
Right. And the sound started
I don't know if that was cued for a big dramatic thing later, if it was just like Tony Khan was running around, sat on a button, but that was weird. But no, I don't think they cut the mic. I think that John Moxley said cocksucker.
Oh, he was cursing up a storm.
Because I think what happens is when John Moxley has his adrenaline rushing, just like the first, you remember the first night he came back, he immediately called the guy a motherfucker. Remember? Because his blood was up. His blood was up so hot this time that he literally said some shit and they had to bleep it out real quick. That's what I think happened. Because the second that you go off script and Moxley has to like be adrenaline pumping.
Well, they had enough time to bleep it.
I think Hangman is concussed. Taz on commentary was talking about bringing out the gurney. He tweaked his neck pretty bad. I think Hangman is concussed. You know what I hope? I hope that because the NFL is in such sensitive, very, very sensitive concussion protocols, I hope that Hangman was just like kind of like, oh, I'm seeing stars. And the ref was like, no, you know. Like, I hope it wasn't some, like, I can't feel my hand type.
Yeah, that's what's going around, that it's a concussion, that it was not planned finish. Yeah. He's hurt. The dude is hurt.
Yo, but you know, and you know what, man? If it's a concussion, good. But if it was like, if it was like I can't feel my hands. What'd you say?
Did you notice how, like, when they cut back to the scene cut back to regular camera angles, the bottom rope was lowered. Like, they unscrewed it a little bit to lift it up.
Yo, because they gurneyed him out. They stabilized the neck.
Dude was hurt.
Yeah. I hope it was a concussion. Because, a concussion, even though the protocol is so strict and we're very, very sensitive about it, I'd rather have a concussion than break my fucking neck, dude. I'd rather have a concussion than Big E myself or Draws myself or any of the. So at the time, the way they were shooting it seemed like a Draws.
No, right. It did.
Yeah.
It did.
And over-exaggeration.
And the way that Moxley reacted to it was like, he's like, oh, he's going to walk again. He's going to talk again. It's like, dude, what's going on, dude? Like, what the fuck?
I feel like it was an over-exaggeration of a real thing.
Whew, yeah,
Bro.
It was strange. It was very strange.
Very scary considering
we still don't know. We still don't know the extent of the injury. It just happened, so we will see what happens.
No, and I assume he's ambulance, MRI, a CAT scan, probably everything. And you know what? If it's concussion protocol, then he's a bitch. All right?
Dude, imagine he was supposed to win the title tonight.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Because if he was supposed to win, he would have draped an arm or something.
Just throw it over him. Maybe he was knocked out.
I guess he couldn't.
Who knows, man?
No, he got clotheslined.
But you know what, dude? Listen, you know how William Regal earlier today said, hey, the way I learned wasn't by getting angry emails. The way I learned about being a wrestler is by getting the shit beat out of me when I was 16 by grown men.
Having blood come out of holes you didn't even know were there.
And it's like, I just have to present
Macho Man
that it's
for
like,
next week.
I just have to present this thought that, like, if Mick Foley was knocked out during a match, if Mick Foley saw stars during a match, what would happen? He would keep going.
He literally got
if Hangman did this and tweaked this shit and he was like, I can't feel my hands, I can't feel my legs, it's like, okay, we're ending the show. But if he was like, oh, I saw stars, I don't want to put it on Hangman.
Yeah, how do you know he said
obviously the entire world is very, very sensitive to it.
I'm going to say
very, very strange ending.
I'm going to say he was knocked out. Ref goes to check on him. Yo, wait, are you good? You good?
And he was just shot.
No response.
Right.
So immediately
he was just like Sean, do it with me. You ready?
Yeah.
Ref went to check on him, and Hangman was just like,
poor Daheem, bro.
And you know what? And by the time you know
what? What's wrong with you, bro?
You know what? I want to take it back. That what I said was very shitty and ignorant because listen, if Hangman was knocked out, he could have gotten back up and be like, "I'm good," and the ref's like, "Nah, dude, I just saw you asleep."
Right? They were probably telling him to stay down, stay down. I would say that that's what was going on.
Very scary. T's and P's to the Hangman.
Man, yo, you sent me the link. I hate that the fucking title to this is John Moxley injures Hangman Adam Page, dude.
That's the worst.
All right, I'm gonna watch this against my better judgment.
Here we go.
Doesn't even look bad in the video.
Yo, it actually does.
It does, dude.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. The angle that you happen to send us doesn't look seriously bad.
Okay, so I don't think he landed on his head. I think that he caught a bicep and got knocked out.
He got knocked out in his face.
Yeah.
Right here, he caught.
John Moxley knocked the boy out, and then the match stopped.
Yeah, I think I think it was more of a concussion. See, dude, the way it was going, I was thinking the worst. A concussion. Hey, listen, UFC guys get knocked out all the time. You see UFC guys all the time, dude.
Right.
Nobody blinks an eye. But, a football player or a fucking, it's like, listen, okay, you know what? We need to be safe. But, I don't know, when John Moxley was like, he's going to walk again.
It's like, weird that it played out the way it did. They're giving him the microphone and having him call out MJF was a whole weird thing.
Do you think he saw stars on his jeans or butterflies, Brian?
He might have seen rabbits. I don't even think he knew what he was
mobs.
He just saw little Dolly Parton faces floating around because he loves. All right, let's end this shit. This show sucks. Let's fucking get out of here. Next week in studio, Pork Chop Express. You better fucking be there, and you better have a costume.
Everybody watching better have a costume.
Yeah, listen, Pork Chop Express. Do not take a nap when you get home. Stay your ass up, and you leave with me.
Yo, just put on a little mustache and get your ass over here. That counts as a costume. Next week. October 25th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Blvd Bullies Halloween Bonanza Extravaganza activities. All 3 Legends of Death shirts, all available on Big Cartel right now. Guess what? We threw a bonus long sleeve Sabu Ghostface Killer fucking shirt up there. And right now we have one raffle entry alone, which is I've Got Character Productions. That is a travesty of justice. This fucking raffle needs. Yo, you know what? How about this? I was going to say all 3 of us should throw in $5.
Just to make it a fun raffle?
No, but that wouldn't be fun because then I Got Character, the only actual fan who threw $5, loses 75% lose probability to one of us. So that's not cool.
That's true.
I'll be there dressed as Mick Foley. Yo, Logan Stein, I feel like I owe you something as well, so DM me your address. I have it, but I have it from years past, so please send me your address. Next week in studio. What the fuck else is going on? This Thursday, Outlaw Wrestling.
Outlaw. You in the area, come through. 1539 Colbert
I have heard that there might be a massive surprise for that open title.
No way.
Oh, yeah. I'm hearing 2 very interesting names.
Well, Crowbar's my favorite, so that's always just a plus for me to see because Crowbar.
Oh my God, we're getting somewhere. So Logan Stein has thrown $5 in the ring. I Got Character has thrown $5. So here's what we're doing. Right now, we have $5 from Logan, and we have $10 from I've Got Characters, which means right now, what that means is that we would throw 3 tickets in a hat. Yeah, please send it to me now. So the way you know if you won is that we're gonna be bobbing for apples. That's what we're gonna do. Put that hat back on your head, Sean. We're gonna take a fucking slop bucket and we're gonna fill it with toilet water from Otter House Studios, and we're gonna put 3 apples in them, And one of those apples is going to say Logan Stein. The other 2 apples are going to say I got character. And Sean, because it's his figure, he's going to have to bob for those apples. And if he doesn't drown, then whatever apple he pings out with his teeth, you win. It could be that, or it could be
that's very funny.
Card subject to change. We could just draw it out of a hat. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe we'll have more raffles before next week.
Pretty
but
good
until
show.
then,
at least it's a raffle now.
Pretty good show.
Until then, it's fair. Fair way for everybody to get their hands on something. That's the way I see it.
I'm excited. I'm excited for life. I'm excited for this new merch hookup. Yo, we are going to be going nuts. Every month. Every week, maybe. I got 50 merch slots to fill on this store.
Fill them up, baby.
So get ready to buy your $75 Adidas Boulevard slides. Let's go.
So with it.
Brian, you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I'm prepared for next week's Halloween extravaganza, and I hope everyone is there to see it.
Sean.
Listen, if you're in town, if you're in Queens, if you're in New York, stop by Outlaw this Thursday. Come see Pat. Come see myself. Have a beer. Watch a match. And guess what? Next week, the Macho's up. We're going to be in Halloween costumes, and it's mugs up all
mugs
day,
up.
baby.
Let's go. Hey.
That's it.
Please, if you are a friend of the Bullies, like, comment, subscribe. I mean, I know y'all guys are always subscribed, but leave a comment, leave a funny idea. Bye-bye!